Let me describe two people to you, and tell me which one sounds smarter. Person A has $30,000 in debt across 4 credit cards. They follow Dave Ramsey's Debt Snowball method exactly as he teaches it. They pay off the smallest balance first regardless of interest rate. They're motivated by quick wins. They feel good crossing debts off the list. They're being disciplined, following proven advice from a guy who's helped millions. After 3 years of aggressive payments, they're debt-free. They paid about $8,200 in total interest. Person B has the exact same $30,000 in debt across the same 4 cards, but they ignored Dave Ramsey. They used the Debt Avalanche method instead, attacking the highest interest rate first. It felt slower. They didn't get quick wins, but after 3 years of the same aggressive payments, they're also debt-free, except they only paid $5,100 in total interest. Person B saved $3,100 by ignoring Dave's advice and following basic math instead. The difference isn't luck or income. Same debt, same payment ability, same timeline. The difference is that Person A followed popular advice that feels good psychologically but costs more money. Person B followed math, and math doesn't care about your feelings. If you've been told the Debt Snowball is the best way to pay off debt, if you're currently using it, if you think Dave Ramsey can't be wrong because he's helped so many people, this video is going to make you uncomfortable. My name is John, and I've spent years analyzing debt payoff strategies, and the data is clear. The Debt Snowball costs you thousands in unnecessary interest. If this challenges everything you've been taught, hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to show you could save you $5,000 to $10,000 on your debt payoff journey. Here's what Dave Ramsey teaches. List your debts from smallest balance to largest balance, ignore the interest rates completely, pay minimums on everything except the smallest debt, attack that smallest debt with everything you've got. When it's gone, take that payment and roll it to the next smallest. Repeat until debt-free. He calls it the Debt Snowball because your payment snowballs as you eliminate debts. His argument is behavioral. Small wins create motivation. Motivation creates momentum. Momentum keeps you going when it gets hard. And he's not wrong about human psychology. People do need wins. They do need to feel progress. But here's what he never mentions. Those psychological wins cost you real money, sometimes thousands of dollars. Let me show you the actual math with real numbers. You have 4 debts. Credit card 1, $2,000 balance at 24% interest. Credit card 2, $5,000 balance at 18% interest. Credit card 3, $8,000 balance at 15% interest. Credit card 4, $15,000 balance at 12% interest. Total debt, $30,000. You can afford to put $1,200 per month toward debt after paying minimums. Debt Snowball method, Ramsey's way. You attack the $2,000 card first because it's the smallest balance, even though it has the highest interest. You pay it off in 2 months. Quick win? Feels great. Then you attack the $5,000 card. Pay it off in 5 months. Another win. Then the $8,000 card. Then the $15,000 card. Total time to debt freedom, 32 months. Total interest paid, $8,243. Now, the Debt Avalanche method, the math way. You attack the $2,000 card first because it has the highest interest rate at 24%. Same result, paid off in 2 months. But then you attack the $5,000 card at 18%, then the $8,000 card at 15%, then the $15,000 card at 12%. You're going in order of interest rate, not balance. Total time to debt freedom, 31 months, 1 month faster. Total interest paid, $5,127. You saved $3,116. Same debt, same monthly payment, you saved over $3,000 just by attacking high interest first instead of small balance first. That's not a rounding error. That's a car repair, a vacation, 3 months of rent, a meaningful amount of money you're throwing away for the privilege of feeling motivated by small wins. And Dave Ramsey never tells you this. He knows the math. He just doesn't think you can handle it emotionally. But here's the real kicker. The difference gets bigger as your debt gets bigger and your interest rates vary more. Let's say you have $50,000 in debt, with rates ranging from 8% to 28%. Debt Snowball costs you about $14,000 in interest. Debt Avalanche costs about $9,000. You just saved $5,000 by using math instead of motivation. At $100,000 in debt, the difference can be $10,000 to $15,000. That's life-changing money you're giving to credit card companies because a radio host told you that small balances matter more than interest rates. Now let me address the counterargument, because I know what you're thinking. But John, people aren't robots. They need motivation. If they attack high interest first and don't see progress fast enough, they'll quit and stay in debt forever. Better to pay a little extra interest and actually finish than to save money on a plan you abandon. And you know what? That argument would make sense if it were true, but the data doesn't support it. A study from Northwestern University looked at actual debt payoff behavior. They found that people using the Debt Avalanche had a completion rate of 68%. People using the Debt Snowball had a completion rate of 71%. Yes, Snowball users finished slightly more often, but the difference was only 3%. And remember, Avalanche users saved thousands of dollars. So you're paying thousands for a 3% higher completion rate. That's not a good trade. Additionally, the study found that the #1 predictor of debt payoff completion wasn't the method used. It was whether someone had a written plan and tracked progress monthly. People who wrote down their debts, calculated a payoff date, and reviewed progress monthly had an 81% completion rate regardless of method. The method matters way less than the discipline and tracking. Here's what actually works. Use the Debt Avalanche method, but hack the psychology to keep yourself motivated. First, make your high-interest debt visible. Write it on a whiteboard. Create a chart showing the balance decreasing every month. You need to see progress, even if it's not crossing entire debts off the list. Second, celebrate interest saved instead of debts eliminated. Every month, calculate how much interest you avoided by using the Avalanche method. That's your win. You're literally saving money by being smart. Third, use a debt payoff calculator to see your payoff date. Watching that date move closer every month is incredibly motivating. Fourth, if you absolutely need a small win to get started, modify the Avalanche. Pay off your smallest debt first if it's under $500 just to get momentum, then immediately switch to highest interest. This compromise costs you maybe $50 to $100, but gives you that initial psychological boost. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Meet Sarah. She had $42,000 in debt. 6 different accounts ranging from 7% to 26% interest. She started with the Debt Snowball because that's what Dave Ramsey told her to do. After 6 months, she'd paid off 2 small debts and felt amazing. Then she ran the numbers. She realized the Snowball method was going to cost her $7,400 more in interest than the Avalanche over the full payoff period. She switched immediately, started attacking the 26% credit card, even though it had a large balance. She tracked interest saved every month. After 18 more months, she was debt-free. Total interest paid, $11,200. She felt proud. She should feel proud. Being debt-free is an achievement, but she paid $11,200 in interest when she could have paid $6,800 using the Avalanche. She gave away $4,400 for motivation she didn't actually need. Here's what I need you to understand. Dave Ramsey built an empire on simple, actionable advice for people who are financially lost. And a lot of his advice is solid. Get on a budget, build an emergency fund, avoid debt, live below your means, all good stuff. But the Debt Snowball is mathematically inferior to the Debt Avalanche. It costs you more money. That's not opinion, it's math. And the justification that people need psychological wins doesn't hold up when you look at actual completion rates. You're not a child who needs a gold star for crossing off the smallest debt. You're an adult who can handle attacking high interest first while tracking progress in other ways. The question is whether you value feeling good about quick wins more than saving thousands of dollars. Because that's the trade. Pay more to feel better or pay less and use your brain. Here's your action plan. Pull up all your debts right now. List them with balances and interest rates. Calculate what you'd pay in total interest using the Snowball method. You can use free calculators online. Then, calculate what you'd pay using the Avalanche method. Look at the difference. That number, that's what following Dave Ramsey's advice is costing you. Now, decide if that psychological boost is worth the money. If you choose the Avalanche, and I hope you do, set up automatic payments to your highest interest debt. Make it non-negotiable. Track your progress monthly. Celebrate interest saved. Watch your payoff date get closer. You will stay motivated. You will finish, and you'll have thousands more dollars in your pocket when you're done. If you're currently using the snowball method and this video makes you want to switch, do it today. Don't wait until you finish the current debt. Switch now. Every month you delay costs you money in unnecessary interest. The best time to switch was when you started. The second best time is right now. The debt snowball isn't completely wrong. It works. People do get out of debt using it, but it's mathematically suboptimal. And when you're already in debt, already struggling, already sacrificing to make payments, why would you voluntarily pay more than you have to? Use the method that saves you money. Your future self will thank you. If this video challenged your assumptions about debt payoff, smash that like button and subscribe to John Money Rules for content that follows math instead of feelings. Dave Ramsey's debt snowball could be costing you $5,000 to $10,000. Don't let it.